This message is for Sagittarius. I'm going to do an almost personal love reading for you. See what is going on between you and your partner right now. I do hope that all is well and that you are doing well, dear Sagittarius. So let's get it. Divine, may I have 3 best cards for the energy between these two right now? For Sagittarius and their partner, please. Appointment, engagement, marriage proposal, poison, harmful, destructive, and revenge. This is a heck of a mix. Some hemlock for real, energetically. Okay. All right, dear Sagittarius. So the mental energy between the two of you all that you're sharing is appointment, engagement, or marriage proposal. Now, this may be something that is on the table in terms of discussion between the two of you all, where you are in your relationship, what you're looking forward to, the intentions of why you're together, why you're dating, or it could be about the length of time that you guys have been together, and it's the next step, natural step in the progression of the commitment and the relationship. At the center is poison, harmful and destructive. And it could be the poison of, because it's in the environment, the poison of pressure of people applying it on both sides for you and your partner. Your partner may be getting poison poured into their ears because people are saying at this point you all have been together long enough and you've had enough things happen between you to know whether or not you need to step up and be responsible and make the ultimate commitment. On your side or on the other side of this equation, it could be the energy of an emotional thing where it's how long am I going to have to wait for this? I'm not getting any younger. I want to have a family. And the societal pressures and what everybody else is, all your other friends and stuff are married or getting married or engaged or et cetera, having kids at this point. And you guys have been together for so long, and it's like, what's holding you guys back? Why are you not getting the proposal here? Or, why are they not asking you for your hand in marriage? Or why are you not asking them, etc.? Now, revenge is in the spiritual energy. Punishment, compensation, and counterattack. So definitely not in alignment with each other. Notice that on those two sides of the coin, there was nothing in the center about, well, you want to be married to each other. Just, because you love each other and you're in love and you want to be married, which is at the center. Spiritual alignment, mental alignment, everything's in alignment to say marriage. Not based upon time, not based upon public opinion or, or tradition or anything else. It's just like, you're my person, really like you, really love you, really can't see my life moving without you. You bring so much value to me and who I am, and I can just see myself growing old with you. Type of thing that makes all the other stuff go that you deal with the other part, makes it all worth it. That's not present here. Okay, you're using man's clock and not divine timing, looks like. But let's see, Sagittarius. Let's get into the details here. May I have 5 best cards, Divine, for the more details on this opening energy, please? Queen of Swords in reverse, 6 of Pentacles in reverse, 3 of Cups in reverse, okay. Ace of Wands upright, and then we have the Fool card in reverse, and then we have the King of Swords upright. I'm going to go ahead and take that. There needs to be more introspection here, more thought about what's really the reason for wanting to be married to this person, because there's a lot of fear-based energy here. Okay, and I love you enough to say it. It's just a lot of fear-based energy. Appointment, like it's just supposed to happen, and it's like, yeah, Yeah. Well, let's see. Queen of Swords starting out in reverse. This is bitter. Bitter. Um, a lot of machinations going on, a lot of strategy, a lot of with the devoid of any true emotion, self-centered energy, only focused on what's going to be best, and more importantly, worried about what everybody else is thinking or saying or doing at this time, and not focused on what's happening under your own roof and what it really means. It feels like there's a lot of external pressures on both sides. One person is being pressured like to make an honest person out of the other, like what that old school statement, like make an honest woman out of her, da 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 da, step up your responsibilities, be a man, or if you're the woman, he's proposed to you, you've been engaged for so long, set a date, right? There's apprehension, and nobody wants to face the fact because everybody else is so comfortable. And what will this mean for your lives to be apart from each other? Like perhaps you've been together for so long and you're known as that couple. Everybody looks at you as couple goals. There's like a lot of external pressure for this marriage energy that's surrounding it, because poison and revenge. Poison is in the environment. Revenge is in the spiritual space. Okay, the divine is not in any way related to that. This time, this pressure thing. Six of Pentacles, the Three of Cups, and then the Ace of Wands upright. The Six of Pentacles in reverse is not having an equal give and take here. Okay. It feels like you both know in your heart of hearts that marriage is not what you want. Now, it could very well be that you two are very happy at the status quo, meaning that you all love the relationship as it is. It's long term. You don't want to complicate things by getting married. Perhaps you two still live separate. You don't cohabitate. And so, but you've been together for a long time, and you've got people, you're pressure, again, this outside external pressure saying you should just get married. What's the point, bro? Like, who else? What are you waiting on? Da 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 da. And people don't understand that the two of you, why you align, is because you live such a life of togetherness and freedom at the same time. Like, you all are very different from your counterparts. Some people need that constant togetherness. Other people like it when they like it, and it's even when you're out of sight, you're not out of mind. But you don't necessarily see yourself living a traditional relationship, at least not now. It's not what you want, because when you come together, that means you're going to combine your finances, you're going to combine your lifestyles. Eventually people are going to when you're going to have kids, and you may not want to do all of that as of yet, and you're not ready to answer those questions from everybody because you don't know the answer just yet. You're still trying to figure some things out. Maybe still in you're just still in that phase of, I'm not sure if I want to take that big of a leap. I'm not sure if I want to be that committed to a situation. What if we get married and then everything turns sour, and then now I have to go through all this, which are fair things to say. Doesn't mean you love the person any less. It means that you know yourself just that well. You might change your mind, and you changing your mind now after you're married has way more consequences than it would now that you guys are together. Things could change in 6 months to a year, right? And they very well may not. But if they change drastically and you just find that, oh no, or something just happens or changes, it's not going to be easy to break up. But at the same time, it's going to be easier to break up than it would be to go through a divorce. Because that's just not you two break. It's a whole lot of other things. And whatever it is, you just know yourself well enough to know that you're not ready to make that commitment. Maybe you have a deal with yourself, dear Sagittarius, that you said, I'm only going to do it one time. And I'm only going to do it when I'm absolutely sure. And the poison is people around you just constantly trying to say, oh, when you guys going to get married? And, it's so great, and having kids and everything else, building a family. And you're like, I'm not ready to get no mortgage and move to the suburbs and do all of that. I don't want to do all of that. And and unfortunately, it's very tough to be, the odd man out in certain circles because, and speaking from experience, yeah, it's people just don't get that. And I'm like, I get what you're doing. Why can't you get what I do? You don't see me pressuring you to be single. I would never pressure you to do it because that's what you want. And at the same time, I do have a wonderful, and it's souring the relationship because you guys have so much pressure. This King of Swords is here, where it's now becoming, the Queen of Swords is in reverse and the King of Swords is upright. Like, the truth of the matter was me pissing you off with this Queen of Swords in reverse, or y'all both, is that the fact that you all have all this external pressure and everybody's trying to make y'all do something that you're not ready to do. It's not that you don't want to do it, you're not ready to do it. The Fool card in reverse is clearly indicate you're not ready to take that leap yet. It's just not what you want to do. You know, you just know in your heart of hearts, like y'all know yourselves well enough to know this is not what we want. We've talked about this, and you have your own reasons as to why. And they're well understood between the two of you all. Now, it's dealing with the rest of these folks. That's the challenge. How is this affecting you personally? Divine may have 4 cards for how this is affecting Sagittarius personally. See, 2 of Swords in reverse. Yeah, y'all not. It's not y'all. And you're trying as much as possible to think about what everybody is saying, and people are telling you, well, you know, you guys have been together so long, don't you want to have some type of, what about legally, if something happens to the person? There's all kinds of agreements that you can go into to make sure that the other person is taken care of. If the only reason you're trying to get married is for legal purposes and reasons, that's a sad thing. Those are the benefits of marriage. Those shouldn't be the reasons of doing it. Those are benefits of that. It's a benefit. Okay? Not the reason you did it. I would hope not. Because then, you know, Okay, and then maybe you all are, no shade, no treat to your loved ones, but you're looking at them and saying, why do y'all want, I mean, most of the time when you talk to me about what's going on with y'all, it ain't always a happy story. You know, like, you're looking at your partner and you're saying, we're so, like, good where we are. We're so good. And the only time y'all even start thinking about what if it doesn't work out is when people start, you get forced into these uncomfortable conversations with people when they just don't have enough respect to not be intrusive and just to, can I live? Can we live? Can we do us? Were we down your throat? Was I down your throat trying to tell you that your old boy or your old girl should be asking you to marry you, and you ought to just go? And I ain't do none of that. I was just like, oh man, surprise, cool, congratulations. Well, you registered. You didn't see me out here trying to pressure you into doing shit. And now all of a sudden, what you want? You want everybody to come? We the last odd people out, and y'all trying to look at us like, well, obviously something's wrong. Nothing's wrong. We good as ever. We faithful to each other. That's my guy. That's my girl. That's my lady. That's my man. Whatever the case may be, I'm loyal. We loyal. Y'all know ain't no foolishness or fuckery going on between us. We doing us. We let y'all do y'all. We come to the barbecue. We come to the kids' birthday parties. We uncle and auntie. What's going on? What's all the pressure? What's all the pressure? Like, y'all trying to do something, gonna make us do something we don't want to do. Okay. And then what's that about? So Judgment in reverse, 2 of Swords in reverse. It's just that energy that was described. You're not judging people, and you don't appreciate people judging you and trying to figure out what's going on with your relationship. 2 of Swords in reverse. You are not at a crossroads. You are clear as to what you're doing and why you're doing it. The Moon card upright. Right now, emotionally, there has been some disruption and unnecessary pressure, hence that revenge energy, between the two of you guys because of this external pressure that everybody's getting. And it seems like it comes in cycles for some odd reason. Interesting enough, I'm hearing something about a birthday coming up or something like that. Maybe it's that you're coming to a certain age, and it's like, well, you guys have been, how long you guys going to play around? You know, how long are you going to do this? Is this person going to ever take you seriously? Like, the only way for this person to prove they take me seriously is to marry me. That's it. That's the only option. That's the only thing we have as human beings to show that somebody really cares. I mean, for those who believe that, that's your belief system, and I would never knock it. But belief systems, while they seem to be general, they are also very individual in nature. And especially if you got a lot of people around you that believe the same things, you're going to think that everybody, that's the general consensus. And it's not. It's not. Okay, if you take a look around and look for things that are in cooperation with what you all are doing, they would find the support there to say, well, maybe y'all doing y'all, Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell thing. Plenty of couples that have been together 20, 30 years. You're doing your Oprah and Stedman. 30, 40 years successfully lived as a couple and never had been together forever. Just as long as any marriage. Longer than most marriages. Not that this is a competition, but there's truth on both sides of that coin. Perhaps they need to start looking at those advantages. Well, that's not the same thing. I mean, what if something happens? If something happens, that doesn't stop my person who loves me and has been loving me and been with me for 20 plus years from taking care of me and making sure that I'm okay. And stop that. If there's money to be spent, then it can be spent in the same way it would be if you're married. Well, you won't have the same legal rights. That's why we have power of attorneys, palimony agreements. There's all kinds of things and things you can do. Okay. Here, just do your research. And when people counter them with, when they come with that, all the emotional, counter them with the logic. Like, well, do you guys have that in place? Now, that's a rude question. You don't have to be married to be beneficiary on somebody's life insurance. I guarantee you don't. So, again, let's speak the facts, not our feelings. The world card being in reverse, you guys are not going to end. You're not going to end the relationship, and you're not going to end what you have going on. It's not time for that cycle yet. And this moon card is really why you're confused. Why don't nobody understand that? And really, please, and please, when I say this with all due respect, please mind y'all business. Stressing me out. And they have the best intentions. Like, they just want you to be safe. They just want you guys to be, in love and together. And they're so blinded by needing to have that marriage and doing that traditional way that they can't see that you're strong as ever. 6 of Wands in reverse. Strength card upright. What else do we have? Divine guidance. And then the Hierophant reverse. Yeah. Keep doing you. Your victories are personal. Marriage is a very public thing. Once you get married, and speaking as a person that's been married, okay, not in for a decade plus, okay, no, the victory is personal, and people are really trying to get it to be this public thing, and the thing is, when someone really wants you marriage and everything else, it's like this public declaration for whatever reasons. And it's wonderful. It's nothing wrong with that. I have friends in my circle. All of my friends are married and been married for 15, 20 plus years, and some knocking on 25. I've got people in my circle of friends that have been married 30 plus years. My parents, until my pops passed last year, were married for 40. So this is not something where I'm like, oh, I just don't have a thing. I love marriage. Marriage is a beautiful, wonderful thing. It's fantastic. And it should be a balance of both energies, where you really love and have a spiritual, divine connection. You're in alignment. You know what you want. And you know that this person is the person you want to do it and live life with, through the good, the bad, and the I don't even know what's going on. And it also has to be a situation, of course, of the business side of things, because marriage does have business in it. And you guys should be in alignment there too. But it also is a personal choice. It's not a mandate. Doesn't make anything more or less official. Okay? I know that it's hard for certain people, especially those who are married, to grasp that at times. Because, it would kind of go against what your belief system is. But your belief system is yours. It's personal. And it's respected by the world at large. However, it is also respected that everybody does not believe the same things or does not want to do the same things when just because they should. It's got to be bigger than that, because we're talking about forever. And generally, you do only want to do it one time. Okay? So this energy here represents that 6 of Wands in reverse is personal victory. That you two get back into alignment and be like, what is this? We going through this marriage fever again. Why are we here? You know what, honey? I was thinking, why are we having this discussion? This is not what we want. Oh my God, me either. And then just start, focus it out. Get that energy out. Just have that talk like, you know what? I'm good with where we are. And when we want to get married, we'll get married. And when we don't, we don't. And it doesn't mean anything. It means everything and it means nothing at the same time. Because we're not going to disrespect the institution of marriage. Never. It's a beautiful thing. But at the same time, because it's such a serious thing, because it's such a beautiful thing, we just don't do that there with because it should be done. We do it because it's the right thing to do. It is the only thing to do. It is the best option for us. We've decided that. Okay? The strength card upright. Stand and face your foes. And just gently let them know when they begin to come up with these emotional reasonings and everything else, because that's what it's about. You give them the factoids, like they're still, we take care of each other. We have each other's back. But there's no real guarantee. There's no guarantee that your husband gonna show up when you're sick and shut in. There's no guarantee when when your leg broke, your wife gonna stay home and make sure that you tended to. There's no guarantees with the husband or wife either, because people do what people want to do. Titles mean a lot and they can mean nothing at the same time. That's not a guarantee. It's not going to protect you the way that most people think it does. If a person won't want to do something, they're not going to do it. Just because they got the title of husband or wife. And that's the reason why you do it with full intention and purpose. You know the duties of a husband and wife. Hell or heaven, rain, sleet, or snow. Good, bad, indifferent, for richer or broker. Sickness and in health till death do you part. I stand for you. And if you know that ain't what you're ready to do and willing to do, no. This marriage is not a fantasy, baby. The commitment is personal, and how the reasonings that you guys have for how you're conducting your relationship and the agreements that you all have is your decision. No one else's. Hierophant in reverse is introspecting on that to get back to the real fruits of why y'all do business, why you're in alignment with each other, and to remember that. That's why you all have made it as far as you have made it and gone and gone the distance, because you have faith in each other and belief in each other. You trust each other, and it's refreshing for you in a lot of ways that you know this person you all get up each and every day, year after year, month after month, day after day, tough time after tough time, celebration after celebration. You keep choosing each other. There's no obligation. You're not doing it because you're both parents and you can't lead a situation. You're not doing it because you're married and it's going to be too expensive to get a divorce. You're doing it because I like you, I love you, and you're my favorite fucking person, and I choose you every single day. Again, this is y'all's story. You writing it. You decide how it's going to go. And the revenge should be in the energy of keep showing these people, keep showing up for each other in the way that y'all know to do best, and let them talk. It's no sweeter than revenge than living well, baby. And do it your way. Get down. Go on, Frank. I did it my way. Okay? All right, Sagittarius. I hope this was of help to you. I appreciate your time and your attention. Remember, back then is not now. Always be in harmony with your surroundings. Stay sucker free. Hope to see you again.